Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, good day, hi, hello, good day, hi, hello, hi, 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 hi. Hello, if you're watching. Welcome back to the cavalcade of madness. That is an idiot trying to build a car in the night. In tonight's comedic offering, I'm going to try and build shock absorbers. That will involve oil and I'm sure a lot of spillages. I have found my pliers that I'm going to try and use to hold on to said shock absorbers so I don't break them. So yeah, this is the whole idea about this build series. For anyone that's joining in for the first time, I am building this car in real time. So if I stuff it up in real time, you'll get to see it. And if things go well, you'll get to see it. Probably won't happen too often. And the plan is that instead of doing a sort of build video where, people edit it out and it all looks really good, this is just holus bolus as long as it takes. Which is basically lazy filmmaking. So, thank you for joining me for this edition of Lazy Filmmaking. Let us start by gathering the pieces for the shock absorbers. So, I need MD2, MD3, MD4, MD6, which I think all came from the same bag that actually spilled in a little box. So that's going to be interesting to try. There's a lot of the parts there. Some of them are in there, but not all of them, interestingly enough. So let me go back through my little bag of spares in case I can see them. No. That's parts bag D. That's not it. Let me see. Oh, hold on. No, that's a gear for the motor. That's my little bag of bushings that I'm not going to use. So I think this must be the bag that I need because it's got some little things in it. Okay, so let's go with that. And if I've stuffed it up, well, you'll all find out. And you'll find out the same time I find out. Oh, there's a bottle of oil. This is the progress so far. I have to be very careful with it because it's sort of not sprung completely yet, because this is where we got up to. We've sort of built the rear gearbox, the precarious spring loading mounts there, and I've just been reading and hoping that I haven't actually put a special bushing that should be for the shock absorbers into the gearbox, which apparently is only 0.5 millimeter difference to the one that's meant to be. We'll find out, won't we? All right, so what do I need to do? Step 7, rear dampers. So MD6, which is a little O-ring. Little O-ring needs to go over a little, what do they call it? MD2? The free piston. Because I'm free. Free piston. Don't do that. It's called indecent exposure. This is reasonably. It's quite difficult to get this over here. I wonder if there's like a method. Last week I was worried about the spring. Or this week I'm worried about the O-ring. Did I get it on? I did. Oh, that really hurt. Fortunately, there's another one to do. I guess you do both of them. Yeah. And then there's a... Oh, God. There's a C-clip. Years ago, I rebuilt a motorbike. C-clips, particularly to do with brake master cylinder. C-clips were the bane of my life doing that motorbike. Particularly the internal circlips are painful. Come on, there we go. Now, I was told that I should have oiled them, but I don't think I could have oiled them and man-handled them. Sorry, person-handled them at the same time. MD9. Oh, a piston shaft. Let's find our shaft, shall we? I believe these are the shafts. I can lay my shaft over the picture. Again, don't do that. It's called indecent exposure. Yes, that looks like the right shaft. I was going to play music tonight, but it'd probably get this stream. Congratulations if you're watching this stream. The previous episode is my most successful stream to date. So hopefully this will be even more successful and I won't have to go back to teaching. Or at least maybe an extra person will watch throughout the week. Right, I've got to put the C clip. Well, I hope there's only... Oh, sorry, it's an E clip. Ooh. Alphabetically more important. They all do look the same, so I've got to put this little clip over there. Oh, right, so it needs a clip on there, and then, right, this looks like it will be fun. Now, I do have some little pliers. Let me get my little pliers. Is that them? Oh, they might work. They might work for this. I'm really... The problem is my level of skill is kind of conducive to components that you can see. I wonder if these will sort of press it on. I don't know if that's... It sort of feels like it's on. It sort of... I don't know if that looks like it's on or not. Kind of looks on to me. You know, it obviously isn't going to go... It's stuck in a little channel. I'm going to go with it. MD3, which is these little things that I cannot see. Hold on. Oh no, they're here. This is the damper piston. So that has to go in there, and then another little E-clip. By gum. E-clip, yeah, by gum, lad. Has to go on top. Ooh, E-clip luxury. And then I suppose you just sort of... This could be interesting. That sounded better. That was more sort of positive. Surprised myself. But it's all well and good to say I've done it once. Can I do it again? So there's these little clips. Oh, that was a better sound. That was very clicky. I like that. Years ago, a student in my class was doing a... because I was a primary school teacher, teaching primary things, and they were making a procedural text about how to download videos from the internet. And they said in their text that you'll use the mouse and you will hear a reassuring click. There it is, my reassuring click. Okay, they're done. So then I've got to put the damper cylinder. So I've got to put it through the body of this dust shock absorber. And then I need to find D13. Okay. I mean D13, not a person from the Southern America saying find D13, man. I think D13, they're here. Chitty snips. Find D13. On. And then the spillage will commence, I think, because then I've got to fill these things with oil. And I was looking at my little stand that I had, and apparently it's got a shock absorber holder thing. It doesn't. Well, it might, but it's got like a shock absorber holder thing for like, you know, like 1/5 scale Traxxas type cars. So there's that. Right. So now I need to push this bit through this bit. So that one has to go. Find the hole, son. Find the hole. Find your center and find the hole. Shove something on its end. There we go. All the way down. And then I need to put the cap on there. All right, so that's threaded. Gotcha. Oh, hello. I need to restart Windows. Well, that's not fucking happening tonight. Oh, no. He said a bad word. I'm trying to not say them too often, to be honest. Usually, they're only for comedic effect. I'm just going to click snooze on that because I don't want that to do anything. All right, there we go. There's my two things. Now I've got to find. Now this is where these pliers come into it. And I can't remember what I use these for, but I was obviously holding on to. I think this might be maybe a throttle cable or something. I was using these for. They're well rusted, but I'm hoping that the hose is going to grip enough for me to screw its end on, which would be good. Grip and screw, son. Grip and screw. Here we go. Am I meant to like? No. Then again, to be fair, they don't seem to be screwing, which is strange. Come on. Screw you buggers. Are they reverse threaded or something? Are they? Oh. Be careful not to damage the piston rod. Snap on, yes. It doesn't really. No. Let me try the other one. Right, wait a second. Hold that. Grip. Screwing you, bastard. Good. Screw them until they stop screwing. It feels like it's sort of gone on, but there's a bit of thread left still, so I'll go again. Rip you, fucker. I think that's okay. I hope so. Oh, this is like a. Is there, oh, no. What that is that's that little mark down there that I can see. Okay. Whoa, a lot of handwork tonight. Jeez. Could make a joke there. Leave it alone. Right. They look about right. That one's actually screwed on for. Hang on. Is that one? That one's screwed on further than that one. No. Wonder if I try and get like a... Do I try a socket on it? No. Do I try another pair of pliers? Do I see if they will like... I can't say that they're meant to be that different. I think this one's just got considerably more threading to do. Oh. All right. Let me see if I've got some kind of socket that'll fit. That's definitely not the right size. One moment. I'm just going to go and see if I've got a socket. I should probably take one of them with me. Okay, I've got a deep socket. I don't know if this is going to work. I'll, for the sake of the audience, let's just see if this will. No, this socket is what size? A 10. It's not a 10 mil thing. It's obviously slightly bigger than 10. And I bet I don't have an 11 because that would be too hard. I don't know if this might be overboard. I might be about to break this, but I have an 11 mil socket, which is too big. So that's obviously an Imperial. Great. Good work. If in doubt, get a rag and try not to twist the fingerprints off your fingers. It is this one, isn't it? It's that one. I don't even know if it's making a difference, is it? It's got so much further to go. Is that it? Now, the thing is, they got harder to tighten and then suddenly they got easier. getting closer. No, the whole thing's turning now, so I'm guessing that's as close as they're going to get. Unless I can find some other way to hang on to it. I don't think this is going to do it. I think this is probably going to be. Doesn't seem like it's going any further. Not really much else I can do. I think it's just sliding in my hand now. I don't think it's... That's what I got. Run what you brung, right, guys? Okay, then it says I need to pull down and pour oil into cylinder, remove air bubbles. Yeah, but how much oil do you put in? You put oil into where? Below the threads. Oh, there's some kind of line there. This will go well. Maybe I'm going to put this box there to try and contain some of the spillage. And then after I do that, oh, hold on, no, I'm not going to do that yet because I need this tool. I need a thing off of here. I need this little, this little plunger pusher-innerer to pusher in my other plungers. I need that thing. It's like a mini Dalek plunger thing. I probably need to cut off the sprue a bit better. Experimentate. Alrighty. So I need to fill it up to that line, and then I need to push the plunger up to help get rid of the air bubbles. And now this is the time Billy will start barking uncontrollably. Here he goes. And then I also need these little screws which go in the end of these. And they are an absolutely freaking titchy screwdriver, so hold on. Because I won't be able to put that down once I've started. Let me just see. It's probably a 1, but it might be smaller. Nope, 1's good. It's definitely not a 2. Oh. Oh, Jesus, don't lose them. That would be, you'd be in for a bad night. Nope. It's definitely a 1. Okay. Okay, dokay. Are we ready, everyone? Let's begin. Filling up the oil, because I don't know what I'm doing. that it? I think it's slightly above. Let's have a look. Plunge it up. Plunge it down. Do you want the sound effects? No, the sound effects are a bit silly. Damn silly. Okay. While I'm plunging this up and down, I want you to all have the Leisure Suit Larry theme in your brains. There we go. Right on cue. Guess who's barking? Which way up do they go? It goes flat side up. Jesus, I hope it's meant to go down that far. I think it is. All right. And I gotta get a little screw on here, and I hope it's magnetic, so don't drop oil all over the bench top. Ah, shit. I mean, I can use these, but which I think are a bit more magnetic, but they are not. They're not JIS, so. But I can get a start with it. I mean, it's only going that far, and then it plunges over the hole, don't it? All right. Once I got that bit, then I need to get. Oh, geez, what's that? For soft damper tension, do not use this. No, I don't want soft damper tension. Damper it. On hard damper tension. Where do I get that bit from? Where the smeg's that? So then I need to put a spring over there. A big spring. Look at the size of this spring. That one. Yep. BD2. Help me, BD2. You're my only help. No. Tube. No, I don't need that. Where's this bit? D3. Oh, there you go. Not to be confused with 3D. D3. You mean 3D? No, I mean D3. Alright, that goes on. I'm going to cut the other one out next time. And a little spring. And then the cap. So that has to go over there. Like that. And then the little spring goes in the end of there. Like that. And then I should have opened the cap of the damper to go over there like that. There we go. One damper. Now, I get to do it all over again. Stay. Now, I don't think, I'll have a look, but I don't think my, no, that's two. Oh, it sort of fits in that one. Hey, there we go. It sort of fits in there. You know what I'll do? I'm going to get ready with some music for the next damper. So for comedic effect. And prepare to be copyright struck. Where is it? Okay. All right. What was the order I had to do these in? I had to get that. And then I had to get the thing ready. That bit and the spring and the little screw. Right. So I had to put oil in it first. It's pretty good, actually, I think. There we go. All right, here we go. Plunging. Hold on. There we go. That was worth it, wasn't it? All right, then the piston has to go that way up, flat side up. And then that has to push it down. Down, you bastard. Like that. And then I have to get a little screw. Oh, hello. What is going on? There appears to be a lack of entertainment because I think there are people watching. Hold on. No, it's just people talking about what to eat in Gawler. Apparently Zambrero is the pick. Right. Then I need to get my spring. Bring. And then my spring end there. And I need to put that in there. And then I need to get the top of my shock to go on there, like that. There we go. Shock number 2. Ah, it fell straight out. You lying bastards. Okay, only one shock fit. I'll just stay there. There you go. All right, so that can go away, and then I should hopefully be able to put the lid on that. Then there are meant to be some screws to attach it to the thing. So it's got some little cups, 3x8 screws, and some little 4x6 tubes. That's going to be, they go through the eyes there. Okay. So BA3 is bag A, and it's probably like part number 3 or something like that. So let me swap out that because I'm going to need a different driver for my nuts. Okay. And I'm going to need this to be a lash way up, I believe. I believe that's right. Okay, and then it's got some little ball end bits in here that capture the balls on the bottom of there. The balls go in there, and then they screw into the top holes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. BA3. So I need the 3x8 mm. What I might do is actually hang these down from the top first, I think. So the 4x, I don't know. We'll see. No, I might put them in the bottom. No, I'll put them in the 3x8 mm screws from bag A. Hello. Are these the screws? That would be one. So I need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for little ball holders. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need the 2 little ball cups, and I need to grease them. Grease your ball cups. So let's do that. Grease. Wasn't much, but there's some. I'm just I'm gently trying to work the grease back up to the front without it going and sort of having an embarrassing moment across all the instructions. There we go. Might do a bit more in there. Hello. Hello. It's grease. Bit in there. Bit in there. There we go. Lovely. All right. Shock. Shocked by the power of grease. Grease is the word. I think that's good. This one. Maybe I should grease the holes. What do you think? There we go. Grease the holes for rear suspension. Make your jokes to get attention. Oh, balls. Greasy balls. Captive greasy balls. I've actually got a 3D print going. I decided I would make my own parts tray for the next time I do a kit, because I've actually got another kit, and I've been looking at buying a kit to build for my son, or a kit that I would build and then I would let him drive, because he's a really big fan of the channel Chris Fix. Chris Fix is a YouTube mechanic, and he has got a red sort of mid-90s Mustang, and my son really loves that car. It's called the Drift Stang, and I found a 1995 Tamiya 1/10 scale Mustang SVT kit. Oh look, I got a AVR ISP programmer board thing. I don't know if it works yet, but I'm going to try it with the 9XR, not the 9XR Pro, because that one already works, but the 9XR. So that'll be good. But I need to get some long JIS tips for this driver, because this looks really cool. Funnily enough, ANX, is it ANX? Yeah. Make an electrician's kit, which is packaged the same way as the Tamiya tools are. So that was an interesting little find that I saw online, in the onlines. Okay, so the rear suspension's sort of offered up. Now it wants me to stop what I'm doing and test the electrics. So here we go. I'll put that over on the stand, which is basically, you have to stop to test the electrics because you want to make sure your servo for your steering is centered. And now I have to remember where all the things were to plug in my little receiver and stuff. So I need a battery. Okay, I've got a battery. I need the electronic speed controller, which I don't have yet. I need the servo, which is there. So let me just get these things, and I'll see if I can remember what I need. I need the receiver, which is this one, Dumbo RC. Oh, there's some of the other receivers I got for my new one. And then the other ones that I bought for the 9XR. There we go. So this is a 6-channel receiver. This is plenty of channels. All right. I got a slightly different coloured one so we can tell them apart, because I've got a Dumbo RC for my Ford Escort model. On the advice of Aussie Matt, who has never led me astray. So thank you, Aussie Matt. Ow. Speed controller. Here he comes. Here comes speed controller. Haha. Okay. So it looks like proceedings are going to take a slight detour, because I do not have a speed controller with the right connector on it. But don't panic. Do not panic, says I, because it's why we do this. So we're going to take a... What happened is I bought one of these speed controllers for the Escort model, and they sent me one with the Traxxas thing. Lots of back and forth about, you sent me the wrong one. I ordered one with an XT60, and they said, oh, we're very sorry. We'll refund you. And then there was lots of back and forth about where the heck's my refund, and it never happened. And then they said, oh, we'll just send you another one. And they refunded me 10% of the money and sent me another speed controller, but again, with the wrong connector on it. But that's okay. I can change that. So I need one of those. I'm trying to go sort of all the same for everything. So I need that. Now, some people would say that's the female because it's sort of that one goes inside of that one. But some people would say that's the female one because it's got little holes and that's got little, yeah. Whatever it is, that's the one I need. I need some heat shrink. And I need a soldering iron. So I will just sort those things out. I will reconvene in a minute. Now's a good time to go get a drink. How about a cup of tea? I can't have a cup of tea now because I went out for we didn't go out. I went to family for a nice dinner and broke a tooth. The same tooth I've broken 3 years running. Okay, so I need that. Somewhere I've got my little flamethrower. A little source of fire. So there we go. And now, la pièce de résistance, as the French say, le soldering iron. Or as Christopher Walken would say, le soldering iron. You're talking to my guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. Do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. There's Billy. Billy doesn't like Christopher Walken impressions, just so you know. When I used to work at the restaurant, I used to work in a restaurant locally, and I used to make the stupid joke when somebody would come in off the street wanting a table that, you know, was called a walk-in customer, and I'd go, oh, we've got a Christopher in, and people would go, how do you know his name's Christopher? Because he walked in. All right, while this heats up, I am going to go and escort the dog into the house, or at least try and see if I can get him in here to not bark at everyone. One moment. You are hereby ordered to stay within the confines of the Banana Lab. What do you have to say for yourself, William? William the Fuzzy. Are you a good boy? Do you think he's a good dog? Leave a yes. I should do a poll. Is Billy a good boy? I don't know. He's a big boy anyway. But we're bacheloring at the moment, so, you know, we'll just say he's out of sorts. He's out of sorts while his mum's away. Right? Okay. Let's go back to this. Oh, dear God. I should not have moved that. Sorry. There's going to be some Blair Witch camera work for a second here. Okay. Oh, Billy sat down as well. Solder. I'm a soldier. Probably could have just hacked it off and used some, what do they call them? Some little chocolate block connectors, but this is part of building. Part of building radio-controlled things is that you'll get things with the wrong thing. That thing's a Traxxas adapter. And I don't have any Traxxas cars. I saw one I'd really like to buy it, but it's so expensive. I'm not saying, look at that, Matt. I did it with actual cutters without burning my hand on the soldering iron. They're very good. It looks lovely. It's look. As far as radio control car goes, I'm a fan of a fast forward. Ooh, there's a mouthful. Fan of a fast forward, and it's part of my love of fast forwards. Will that work? Let's see. Hopefully my head's not in vision. I do like a fast forward, and Traxxas make a very nice. I think it's a 1/8 scale Fiesta ST. It's a very nice looking car. I need to. This is going to be the difficult bit. There we go. So I'm going to try and sort of fill up the little bucket with lots of solder, and then I'm going to let it cool, because if you put too much heat into it, you'll melt the plastic. So while that one is cooling, I'm going to put some solder on the end here. I'm going to tin the end of this. What's going on here? Doesn't want to take. Maybe now it's gone. Oh, what's happening there? Ow! That's hot. Soldering is hot, kids. Twice. I did it twice, but now soldering skills. Bloody wires move around. Stay there so I can make good contact. Maybe it's not clean. Maybe I need to better. Yeah, any more flux on it. No flux given. Ooh, that's hot. This wire has cooled down suitably. Is that going to slide over or adjust? Right, while that one's cooling, I can whoop. I think I hadn't clean tinned that enough. This is going to be hot. Do you want to pick it up? Yes, it is. Ooh, that's hot. Not quite working. I did have a little holdy thingamajiggy. Can't find it. Must be gone. Probably stolen. You know, stolen by the holding thingamajiggy pixies. Ah. But that is too hot right now. Now these are marked with a positive and a negative. And as is the speed controller is marked with negative and positive. And negative there. So easy to be able to make sure that you do the right thing. Just make sure you don't accidentally cut off those ones. You kind of need them. Although on the other car we cut them off as well because we put a different plug on there. But look, for what's this KYRC? This cost I don't know $20 with a battery eliminator circuit, and it's fine. You know, I think this is like a 45 amp speed controller, but you know, it's fine. Does 2 to 3S lipo, more than I need. Is this cooled off yet? Not really. It's about to get hotter. It's getting hot in there. There you go. Okay, so it's got enough solder in it now that I should be able to just sort of heat up the outside and join them together. While that one is cooling off, I'm going to slide this over. And I always try, not always successfully, but I do always try to double insulate the connectors. Now what might happen is I might put too much heat in this wire and this blue one is just going to shrink down. But hopefully the black and the red ones won't. Just this nice wire. It feels like silicon wire. Yeah. How's that feeling? Very warm. Ah! Very, very warm. There's no way around it. It's just going to get really hot. Let me see if I can... I know I keep walking away. I'm going to see if I can find my little solder holder. Where's the little holder? Hello, Bill. Do you see my solder holder, Bill? That's it. Yay, that's it. Got it. I'm just going to move stuff out of the way for it. So this is my, look at this, no expense spared. I've lost some of the clips off it. I've just lost another one. It's all right. I only need 1 or 2 clips. That's fine. Right. I need a clip to hold this. Actually, I might put that one. Take that out. Put that in that side. Nope. I think that was ambitious but rubbish. Hold on. Ow, that's really hot. I can normally be a lot more successful than this, so I'm just going to blame that I've temporarily forgotten any skills that I had. Except the thing is, it's warming up onto there. There we go. So that is the negative. No, my head wasn't in the way then, sorry. Yeah, that's all right. That'll hold. And we'll sort of put this one like this. I need to try and twist this around. This wire is getting it very hot in my hand. All right, let that cool. Negative, positive. There's probably a lot of solder in there, but hey, it feels nice and secure. Don't want to mess it around too much while it's still warm because you can bend the connector. In my experience, don't ask me how I know. I'm just that lucky. All right, so while that's doing that, I can move that out of the way. Oh, good. You're upset. Oh, good. He's been banished to indoors. He's very upset. Okay. Bit of a detour. There we go. I did say that was likely to happen, but that's okay. Let's do it this one. Yeah, that wire got too hot. That's okay. Fire. Fire. Okay. Now I've got that. I should be able to turn that off. Okay. And get on with what I needed to get on with, which was to be able to... Now what I should be able to do is plug this in. If I've got this right, I should be able to turn it on. Yep. Lights, camera, action. Lovely. And I should be able to plug this into le receiver. Now there's a... I don't know if I have to bind this or not because it's a single model receiver. Although it's got a signal. Now the white is the signal wire. So I'll plug that into channel... well, it looks like it's got for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So now if I plug this in and turn it on, I should have some power. Yep, got some power there. Then I need my servo servo goes in channel 1. 1 to turn, 2 to burn, or use fire. So that would be the speed control. Actually, no, that would go number 2. Duh, you bloody idiot, dingus, because that goes to the motor. So your turning goes on number 1, but this has got on my battery elimination circuit and everything. Right, that, like that. Okay, and so what should happen, I should be able to see this servo moving in a minute when I plug in a power source to my Dumbo transmitter. I think it takes 4 AA's, it does. And I happen to have 4 AA's. Hopefully they're charged. Let's see. On. That's a good sign. Okay. Now let's say you should always turn that on first. And then you should turn on this. That's me doing that. I can't sort of, if I show over here. But now I've done that, that is set. So what it did when it went zzz is that it moved the gears back to the sort of neutral position, which is what I needed. So now I can turn that off, and I can turn this off and disconnect this, because that servo now is ready to go in the car. And then that speed controller is ready to also be used in the car. That receiver is ready to go. All right, so back to it. You get there. I've got bags of these now, and you don't use them because they give you one in the model. So I'm actually going to get rid of all this stuff. Kobe. You say Kobe anytime you take a shot, and even if you miss it, because that's what he did too. He didn't care if he missed. It looks like my other print is going much better now. Right, so now I can probably... Oh, I need to put the top of the rear suspension in, that's right. Okay, rear suspension. BD2. So, bag D. That's this one. So there are some bits of tube. Let's see what they look like. They are 4 by 6 millimeter. Now, fortunately, I have my friends. There's 2 of them. So, BD2. But if I look in the back, it'll actually tell me how many there are. And that might make it easier. Let me have a look. BD2. Bag D. So there are only 2 of them. 4 by 6. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't actually show which one's which. So let's have a look. Maybe one will appear to be much more tubular than the other. There's one there, and there's one here, so let's have a look at it. Let me move that over there. So I'd say it's that one. It's these little sort of brassy ones, because that looks too big. That's obviously too big. But let's get the calipers and check. I just thought maybe brass goes in less suspension. 5.97. 4. It's that one. All right, it's the brassy colored ones. The brass ones. Get some brass for your ass. Okay, so I need them. I need some 3x12 from bag B1. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, bag B1? I think I am bag B2. All right, bag B. Nope, that's bag A. Any? Nope. Doesn't look like there's anything special in them. Okay. Right. They go through which? Into the little underside cutty-outy knobby bits. Okay. So these attach into these little spots down here, which just means I'm going to have to nervously put that down like that. Like that. And then I didn't check whether it needs lube. Probably will. I'm sure they'll probably say to lubricate it. No lubrication necessary, but I will stick some in the hole because, let's face it, I always feel better having stuck some in the hole. Maybe I'll like there we go. Right. So the bushings go into here. In fact, I'm doing it the wrong way because what I should do is put that onto there and then that onto there and then hold it all in place with my finger while I find the hole. And then I can start it in the hole like that. And then people get happy that I found the hole. So on there, use your finger. Put it on your nose picker. Do 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 do. I can feel it coming out the other side. Oh Lord. Boing. It doesn't feel right to me. That feels way too wrong, but there you go. I think that spring has collapsed and it's come out of its housing. That's what I think. It's doing the same on both sides, but I would have thought there's got to be something there to actually keep that from moving like that, but maybe I'm wrong. I think there's going to be. I think I've missed a step somewhere, but I will find out when you find out. Okay, so I need to get the servo saver. Right, P3. Either a 2.6 watt from bag C3. So I need to find a screw that fits in there. Okay, So I'm going to find one just like that. And then I need to get, it's usually a Futaba type thing, although I don't buy the same brand servos all the time, but generally most of them seem to go for the Futaba type fitting. But I have to just quickly go and get the box. Is that? Yeah, it's coolish. Yeah, that'll do. They can go away. Let me just get the box again. I am back. I am looking for Servo Saver P. I'm looking for Parts Tree P, which is that one. You could spot it a long way off. Kind of hoping there's something else to do with that front, that rear suspension. It's going to make it all make sense. At the moment, I'd say it won't, though. I'd say I've stuffed up somewhere and I've yet to discover how and where. But never mind. P1, P3, P4, P5, P6. Oh, 5 and 6 are maybe the same. Sanwa, alright. 5, 6, or 7, depending on what kind. So I think this is a Futaba. Feels the same. If in doubt, go the Futaba. You will often... I think if you're building a Tamiya kit, you'll be right more often than not. P3. P4. And other generations of the Pentium. And then there's a wee washer. Alright, now I need to find a screw that fits in there. So the screw is from bag BB. I had a teacher, his name was Miss BB. She was indeed Miss BB. Nope, so that's a 3x12. Is that going to fit? I'd say that's too big. I'm going to have to tip some of these out, I think, to try and find the right size screw. This could go wrong. Let's have a look at all these screws near each other. See if one looks more screwy than the others. To me, they all kind of look the same. I don't think they're any different. Did I lose any? No. But then, yeah, one's a 2.6 and one's a 3. But they do say they're by 10 and by 12. So let's sort of arrange them that way and see if one of them looks 2 millimeters shorter than the other. Oh, they're the same. They're the same. 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 I should be able to notice a 2 millimeter difference. So I'm going to take a wild stab that all of these are in fact the same. I don't know if there's a better way to do this. Pick a known size and just compare against them, but if it's not there, then it will just mean that it is probably in one of those bags that fell out, and I need to go through to try and find it. Or I need to go through my bags of other Tamiya spares to see if there is another screw. Ah ha 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 ha! Did you notice it before I did? I bet you did. I wonder. You probably can't see it actually. You know that thing about how you're meant to read the instructions? That always helps. So it's either going to be one of those, or it is going to be one of the ones from a different bag, ladies and gentlemen. From bag C. That'll probably be it there. I'd say it's probably this one. Let's have a feel of this. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, and so I've got to put that on, and then I'm going to have to probably reset it. Hopefully I won't. Okay, so that's not the one, it's that one. And it's also number one screw. We're number one. Okay, so like that. That one has to go on first. That goes on. And that goes on. And that goes on. That way. And that goes in. And that goes in. That is too long. Oh, too short. So the 12 mil it is. There we go. After all that, looking for the screw, it wasn't the right one. Okay. So now that that's done, I need to get some washers and some 3x12 screws and some little blocks from tree A and the steering arms. Excellent. So let's do that. And they go through the center. Now, all right, that's going to have 60 millimeters of travel on it. Right, let's get some arms. There. Okay. The bag of arms. There they are. There's the arms. There's the ball ends for them. One. Two of these. Okay. Just screw this one on until it is 60 millimeters long. Now, if I were in the house, I'd have my little steel ruler, but I am not in my house. So, where am I going to get to between there and there? I'm going to set it there. Hopefully that's close enough. So this one has to be that long, which is a bit longer to go. About 3 millimeters, which is probably 8 or 9 turns. And they've got to be one more. So that one. More. Pretty good. 60. All right, and the other one has to be 43. Whew. That's going to be difficult. 54, 40. I think I might just be happy with that. At least doing this, I'm not playing with my tooth. So I'll need to get a crown done. I got it repaired last year and the year before. And last year they said, oh, it's really time for you to get a crown, but the crown was like $2,000. And if I did that, I wouldn't be able to spend money on radio control stuff. Or, you know, chocolate and coffee. So I don't really want to do it. Ooh, pretty close. And also that one's going to be with the thing. Up. Let's have a look. That'll do. All right. Lovely. Oh, then I got to put these through the. I'm going to put them away. I say for people with ADHD, don't put it down, put it away. So I'm trying to live the dream. Long one on that side. It goes which way up? Ta-da. There we go. Done. Alrighty, and then I've got to get part A4. Right. 1 moment. Part A4. Tree A. Grass on the middle. Part A. Okay. A4. I would say it's probably them. Ooh. Save me, Jeebus. And some BA6. Right. Bag A. Some washers. Two there, and then 1, 2, so 4. If I can count. 2, 3, 4, and then some more of these. 2 more of them. Okay. So the servos need to, well, for starters, that. So that has to go on there. So just load one of those up. That can load all of them up. I was used to wonder why makers had sort of longer than the average bear fingernails, but I know why. Right, and that goes cord out that way, so that's going to go that way around, I believe. Any second now, this screw is going to start poking me in the finger. There it is. 1. That one goes into there. Oh, what? Oh, Billy's grumpy about something. I think what's happening is next door's cat is deciding that it can exist. Billy is not a fan of the cat, particularly at about 4 o'clock in the morning. That's his new favourite thing to do, is to bark at the cat at 4 a.m. All right, so there's the holes in there. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to put some grease in there. One. Just because they're getting a little bit tight. Hilda, come with me. I've invented a maneuver. All right. So I'll just kind of go back to the destructions. So I've done that. I've put the blocks on. I've put those on the other order. So now I've got to drop them down through the hole in the front. And then I've got some 2 screws to mount through, and then I have a little mount from D10 that has to get screwed in as well, but that one doesn't have a washer, but those two do have washers, which I believe is probably these holes there that are kind of slotted. So, oh heck, lost the page. And I'm going to have it with the servo wire pointing out that side as per the illustration. Hello, Bill. So let's just see what we can see here. Oh yes, that kind of, that almost looks, I can't really show you. Hold on, let me do you. There's 2 holes that are visible there. This is, again, where a longer screwdriver would be very handy right about now. Probably like the one that came in the Tamiya kit, but do I get that driver? Can I get that driver one-handed? No, I can't, because Billy's decided to sit with us. Sorry, everyone. But if you've got if you own a Billy, you know what you know what's going on. Or no, if you own a Billy, if you know Billy, you'll know that he is actually the boss of my house. Right, that's started. Let me see if I can sort of poke that one through and find its hole. I believe that's it. Okay, that one's in, and very cool after last stream as well, that Kim showed that his Hornet from 40 years ago nearly. So that was kind of cool. Right, so that's like that now, and then I need to put in a screw from under there through the center for D10. Do I have parts tree D10? I think this is it here. I think it's that. Parts tree D, and that is indeed number 10. And another 3x12 screw affixes that in place. Before we affix it, let us grease it. Let's grease its hole, just to make the threading of the screw a little bit nicer. Right. I mean, this is now the 3rd car. Still haven't used this tube of grease. Once, Lady Doris, have you got any grease? Well, grease me up, woman. There's near an animal alive that can outrun a grease Scotsman. Other quotes from The Simpsons. Oh, that's the... Might have to hang on to that with some... How about them? How about them apples? Okay, so that is for the body post. And it needs to be... I wonder if this would, spinning it around, It does. It needs to go a little bit further. There we go. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Okay, that's on. Oh, maybe it's because it actually goes like that and the shocks are upside down. Maybe that's it. I don't remember. No, I don't think it does. No, that's wrong. Never mind. Right. Oh, then I've got some... Right. Then some washers and some screws to go in from the sides here. That is going to be a bit tricky to hold them in. But never mind. We've done tricky before. We will do tricky again. Right, some washers. 2 screws. Bag A for 2 washers. 1, 2. Okay. I might apply some grease to the screws because I don't think I can get my tube down the hole. Maybe I can. Shall we try? Okay, children, are we watching carefully? This is going to be quite a pain in the ass. I wonder if it's even better to sort of move that out of the way and get that started before you sort of put that back on. They are 3x12, aren't they? 3x12. There we go. That has stiffened that side of the body. Oh no. Your computer is facing threats. I know. People are probably falling asleep at their computers. Go away. I need to get some more of this done tonight before I call it a night because I really want to be able to take this out with the boy. My son, not just like any child. My son. Because he's going to be getting back from a long week, and I think it would be a good thing. I want to do a woodworking project that's radio control car related, and I thought about doing some jumps. Thought about making some wooden jumps. Do 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 do. Jump. That's the song most people think of when they hear about jumping. But I'm from the 90s, so I think of Crisscross, and I think of House of Pain. To jump up and get down. Jump, 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 jump. Okay. Do, 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 do. Okay. Get up, stand up, come again. I've got that song stuck in my head now. Alright, that's done, that's done. On to step 15. Step 15 is mounting all the other crapola in there. Does my speed control have a... Oh, it does. Oh, bugger me. Okay, cool. So there is a switch hole. Where's the switch hole? Oh, there. That's a switch hole there, down there. So this is meant to sort of drop in the switch hole. That is it. You drop in the in with screw BA5 and some BC6. Ooh. Washer. Little washer. Is that going to work? One of them will work. We'll get one screw in there, not the other one. The other one might... That's okay. There's my head in the way, sorry. Well, I'll get one in there, and then maybe some double-sided tape or some hot glue. Okay, where is this meant to go? It's meant to... What? It's meant to sit on there. So the receiver's meant to go there, speed controller's meant to go there. Okay. So we want that one like that. So obviously that can go to the receiver, and then that can hopefully fit down there. I don't think it will. So I think that's going to have to go like that. So that will fit down there. And then that will have to go like that, which will be fine, because then that can plug into the motor, which will be there. Yeah, it's going to have to go that way. Okay, double stick tape. Where is the double stick tape? I do have some. I've got some of my own. Should I use mine? Why not? I don't need your stinking double-sided tape. I have my own stinking double-sided tape. The impressions get worse as I get more tired. I don't want that bit. I want a fresh bit. But yeah. That looks perfectionist. So I want that like that. And then I want that to be sitting behind there. Quite tightly behind there. So I think that's going to have to go down there for the battery. For the bat tree. Battery. 2. That's signal. It's going to go that way like that. Although I get that you're not meant to have signal wires and power wires crossing over. So that's probably going to be an issue, but you know what? It's an issue for another day. Right. Oh, and I'll borrow that bit. That's a good. Oh, see, no wastage here. Printer sounding much more happier. The only issue is I think it's going to run out before it finishes the print. But I made my own parts tray for Tamiya kits, so it's got bags A through D on it, and put that down there. There we go. Right, what do I need? Little screws. BA5, BC6. So C. The 2 wee washers. Right, I'm only going to use one because what size are they? They are 2 by 8. And these are too big. I would need to drill that out. So, okay. Don't worry about it tonight. That's a problem for future Jim to worry about when I get some different screws, because that switch is nowhere near the right size for that. Okay, where am I up to next? I've got those little shackles and stuff. So this is the uprights, BB2. Nope. Those and some of those. Okay. So the uprights are A12. So these and A11. Yeah. Oh, and there's little knuckles. Okay. And there's some little shackles. Lovely. Okay. Okay. All right. So then I've got A12 that has got a divot like that. So that must be that one that goes that way. The same as that picture that you can't see. Sorry. And that one goes that way. So that must be, that's A12, that's A11. So then there's a shackle that goes in here. So I need to put some grease in there. I'm going to move that chassis aside. Okay. I have to grease the pin as well. Okay. And then I've got to have a pin that goes out. Oh, these are the same anyway. Okay. So that goes through there. I'll grease the hole. I think is probably the easiest way to do it. You'll be pointing forwards. Lovely. Right. That's probably why that screw wasn't going up tightly. Okay, so that one's going to be pointing forward. That pointing out there. This screw pin has to go in. I think they call it a screw pin. Yep, they do. Goes through there. Lovely. And that one has to go there, pointing forward, and that screw pin goes through there. Right, so they're right. And I've got little shackles. Boom, shackalackle. And they just go through with some 3x12 screws into there. There is a little notch, a little tag pointing out there, which probably corresponds with that notch there. Might be better to actually start that with that in there. Let's see. That was a silly idea. It was a really bad idea. By the way, if you've got a laser cutter recommendation for under 700 Australian dollars, not for me, asking for a friend, please drop it in the comments or the chat if you're watching it. I don't know if you're watching it later on, you can't drop it in the chat. No, there was no washer for these. I suppose this little shackle thing is the washer. That's okay. Let's see if I can pod that like that. I think that, no, that didn't work at all. That went very bad. Maybe what I should be doing is putting that down. Haha, that's what it is. I'm going to put that down. See, I'm getting all... When you're tired, you get all fingers and thumbs. All thumbs, I should say. No fingers. No fingers. And I can just probably hold that. Remember that movie with Sylvester Stallone and the lady from the Golden Girls? Stop or my mum will shoot. Remember that movie? Okay, they're built. What's next? Next thing is the front arms. Ooh. Okay, so this is the 3x6.5. That's probably the silver ones. And then the 3x15 screws from bag C. And a nut. Okay. So we got a couple of things. First, that little outside hole. So the front hole has the little ball joint to go on it. Ball connector from bag D. So I think we'll start with those. They're a bit kitschy. And some grease may certainly be needed. And then I think it's the silver ones from, I think it's going to be these. I did measure them though. I'll check them again with the calipers because you never know. I've been wrong in the past many times. On many occasions, I have been wrong. Nope. Oh, there's a little ball socket. Is that it? One. Dang and blast. Nope, just doesn't want to start. That's okay. This machine has no idea how stubborn I am. I work with teenagers. We're way more stubborn than this ball joint. It's got no idea. Right. That part's done. Phew. Right, then I've got to get A13 and the tube that goes in it. Right, so I need to measure the tube again. So was that part? Can't see. Yeah, that was A. Okay, that's good. All right, let's check these. So one of them's got to be 6.5. That's 6. $6.5. So it's the silver ones. It's the silver ones. Okay. And I've got the 2 nuts. What else do I need? 3 by 15 from bag D. Bag D. Sorry, bag C. Am I getting tired? Maybe. Okay, so then I need A13, which is those 2 there. 2 hours, wow. Thing is, when you're doing these, there are spots that take a long time, and then other times where suddenly it just kind of very quickly comes together. So, but that's the intention, right? That's the whole point about me doing this. The glamour, there's no edit. There's no editing of, oh, look, I did it in 5 minutes. Here's one I prepared earlier. It's not the Better Homes and Gardens kitchen renovation edit. That one. And that's going to go in there. And then that's going to go through there. Like that. Alright, so that one has to go in there. That one has to go through there. That has to go through the side of that little shackle bit. Shackleton. Ooh, does it matter which way? Yes, apparently it does, so Let's go around that way. Hang on. No, I've actually reversed these. Hold on. That is actually that one. Right, so that's going to go that way, and that's going to go through from that side. And then I have to swap the other one around. Good catch. Bokuto. There we go. Okay. Right. Okay, those are done. So what should actually happen is now that should be at the front according to that picture there. So that's, I've got that around the right way. So now I need to start attaching the bumpers and stuff and the uprights. So the bumper looks like it somehow fixes on the upright, which I'm not really sure how, but we will figure out in a moment. So this is going to get, shows those things pointing down, which I'm guessing are these parts. So this has to very nervously go like that. Right, I'll just move this out of the way. So the uprights now have to go somewhere around the front here. Yeah, like, no. Oh, unless they go like, we're gonna get in there and like, right, and then that goes on like that. Somehow that's upside down. So go like that. There we go. Okay. Right. So. Okay. So there's some little captive holes here. That slots in there. Goes in there. Some grease is required in these little divots. So let's put some grease in there. Lovely grease. Awesome. Bit on here. There's not much. Probably should, get a bushing or something to do that. But there you go. I didn't want to spend the money. We've got this one. Has to go that way. It's a bit of grease in there. There we go. Right, that's down there. Then we've got the bumper, which is bloody I don't know where. but we'll find out. A little brace piece. There's a little bracer there. I'm guessing goes on first to cover up and support the shockies, like that, and then the bumper has to go in over the top. 3x12. Does that go in first or does that go in first? It doesn't really say. I'm sure we'll work it out. All right, grease. Will I get to 3 hours tonight? Who knows? I know last time I did a stream, it went very late. I got more viewers towards the end because I guess I was starting to maybe get the European crowd that are, you know, just getting off work and they're looking for some ridiculous content to sate away the afternoon. There we go. 3x12s for that, I'm going to guess. Yeah, all 3x12s. Cool. 3x12. You know what I'm very proud of so far? I've made it a year without buying an Aldi multimeter. In fact, I think I've made it over a year without buying a multimeter. Because there was a time that was a big thing. I was so close to buying the baby Fluke. Billy's still there? No, Billy's decided he's finished. He probably would like to go to bed. I'd like to go to bed too, but I'd like to get this a little bit more finito. And again, Billy's just woken up. What's the matter, Bill? There we go. Bumper. I don't think the bumper's in any of that. I think it's back in the box. One moment. Oh, yeah. Okay. What's the matter, mate? Something jump up and scare you, bud. I misplaced the bumper. Hold on. It's somewhere in here. It's definitely somewhere. I can't find my bumper, which is a bit shit. I was hiding in the cord. Yeah. So that's going to go on like that, I guess. Oh, unless it goes. Does it go that way up? No. Can't go that way up. It must go which way? It shows it going like that. So it must go on there. Grease. Has it got any washers or anything? Nope. Maybe when I get the front suspension done, I will call it a night. I don't know how I'm gonna stream the painting. It's one of those things that I had a good idea, but I didn't think it through. But what I'm thinking is I could probably set up the laptop on a big Ethernet cable out towards where I'll be spraying. I don't know if you get the best view, but hopefully you'll be able to at least see that I am spraying it. I mean, I suppose I've still got the cutting out of the body to do. Ugh. That's actually not too bad. I saw a tutorial from Hearn's Hobbies of just score it and then, flex, score and snap. I found that to actually be a lot easier than the polycarbonate scissors, to be fair. Because, one false move with the scissors, and you're a bit knackered. more. Okay, that's on. So now I can flip it up the other way. It looks like I can snap these in place. Do they need greasing? Have a look. Doesn't show them being greased. I might snap one after I do these uprights. So it's just a spring and some a screw pin. Sorry, they're calling it a damper shaft. It's a screw pin. Okay, rubber tubing. I don't know why I need rubber tubing. I need to cut some rubber tubing, apparently. MR5. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look for the rubber tubing. This looks like the 2 pins. There's some springs. I don't see any rubber tubing, but give it a bit. I'll have a look to see where the rubber tubing is meant to be. Goes down for the spring there. Okay. That's the insulation. That's the old drive shaft from the van. Looking here. Oh, there's some rubber tubing. Okay. I have it. Don't panic, everyone. There it is. So I need to cut 5mm. Do I just cut it with scissors? Do I cut it with a hobby knife? Do I guess how much 5mm is? Oh, hang on. Huh. Well, these are. I think these are 10. So. I don't think the length is truly critical, looking at how it's used in the picture, but we'll see. Right, D7. I think that's those. Oh well, they're quite long. Where am I looking for D7? D7, D1, D6, MD6. They O-rings. Okay, so I need some O-rings for these. Right. Right. 2 O-rings. No, I want hard things. So I want. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. D1. Where's D1? A13. I think I cut those off too soon. Put them back there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I've done. I have this horrible feeling that I have actually stuffed up greatly. No, I haven't. I haven't because I put D7 already on there. That's why. So I've cut out D. This is very confusing. So what was meant to go through there? A13. What did I? I'm sure I put A13 in there. I'm quite certain I did. Where's A13? That's because I'm cutting these off the wrong tree. Okay. I'm going to need those again in a minute. See, this is why you don't do stuff when you're tired. Oh, shit. Got it. It's okay. Okay. Right. That makes so much more sense. Okay. D1. And then... I don't fucking want D1. I want D7, you dunce. Oh, no, that is D7. Okay. Great. That's what I need. D7, and then I need A13, which should be them. A13's already on there, I think. I don't freaking know. Yeah, that's A13 already. That's what do you freaking do? Okay. Right. So A13 gets that over it. And then the spring. So that, then the spring. Then D7. With two thingies. With two O-rings in it. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Bring me back to the pogo sticks of the TTO2. So I can... Alright. So what I can actually do is... they are. So what I'm going to do is put the 2 O-rings on that. No, I can't, because they've got to go in that cup, which goes underneath. Okay. 1, 2. Right. Other one. 1, 2. Grease the shaft. Lovely. All right. So what happens is this goes into there. It gets squished down. This goes through there. And this should I think that is straight. I can't move that, so I guess that's right. Okay, that is quite involved. So it's almost better to try and sort of put this together kind of the wrong way around, which is not very intuitive, but I'll try again. It's a tricky little... Well, it's not tricky, it's just... It's new, isn't it? Everything that's new is a bit tricky. Because you've got to try and get this into the top of that. But also it's got to go through that, which is that way around. So it's got to go like that, which has to go through there. So it's probably better to sort of have that hanging out the way, and then shit. All right, so here we go again. So the hose has to sit on top of there. So I don't know whether this will work if I can sort of balance this like this. All right, here we go. So that has to go in there, and then that has to sit on there like that. And then that has to go under there. Sort of hold that steady while this goes through. It's going to work its way through those 2 O-rings, and then it sort of can move freely again until it gets to there, where we've got to try and then you got to try and line it up, which is a bit of a bastard, to be honest, because it's sort of... Okay, so that's locked in and that's locked in. Now those ball joints can click on. One, and hopefully two, like that. All right. Whew, that was an ordeal. It's slowly looking like a car. So that gets us up to step 19. So I think next step will be painting, getting wheels and tires on. Lovely. These wheels look very complicated. So that looks like they're screwed together. They're sort of two-piece. Not too bad. But there looks like there's an inside and an outside, so that's going to be a little bit tricky. But never mind, figure it out. Right, there you go. Do I continue? 2 hours 30. Look, what time is it? It's only just gone midnight. All right, I'll get the wheels and tires. Talk among yourselves. If you have a laser cutter recommendation, please leave it in the comments. It's got to be under $700 Australian, so that's like 300 US. All right. Wheels and tires. This looks horribly complicated. Nicholas Gonzalo. It's probably, that might be Spanish for what the hell's he doing? What the hell's going on here? Maybe we'll do front wheels. That rear end still concerns me. Ooh, it's got nubbly wheels. Lovely. Scrunch up the bag. Kobe. Missed. Just like the real thing. Alright, so there's a BA5. So there's an F1, an F3, and F2. This can only go well, can't it? F2 and an F1. F1 and F2 and F3. Yay! So F3 has to go like in the middle. Push F3 into the tire as shown. Turn F3, securing tire firmly. So F3 goes in the middle of the tire, and then those two clamp onto the outside with nuts and bolts to secure it. 3-piece wheels, because someone decided that was a good idea. All right, come on F3. I'm guessing it's the same with the rear. At least they're not directional tires, so. All right. It's always good when the tire is massively bigger than the wheel. Well, sorry, the wheel is massively bigger than the tire. It's like a cross-sectional. So it doesn't have a thing. It has like. Does it just like sit in the gap? Here's a question for everyone. I think I'm wrestling the right way, but I'm not sure. I think this one just sort of. I think it does that. Seems about right. Try again. So I'm gonna put that up and see that's the big sticky outy bit. Everybody's coming to get me. Just say you never left me. I wonder if I sang, would that be a copyright strike? I suppose it depends on how well I sang. Hear the voices in me. Sorry, I'm wrestling with this off camera. That's not fair, is it? Now, is there a way that these go in particular? I'm not sick, but I'm not well. I'm not sick. I actually think, don't put that in yet. It might be better to put nuts and bolts in first. So, what do I need? BA5 or BA7. Bag. A. Fonz E. I'm going to need a little screwdriver in sand. Little blue screwdriver in my hand. Do 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 do. Little man's battery took the wheel. Do 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 do. Sparkling the sun. All past times. That's brand new. Little do in the sand. Little blue do in my hand. Little blue do little blue do Oh, hello. What size are they meant to be? 8. That's probably too big to be an 8. Feels more like a 10. That's too long. It's probably for the rears or something. Ah, Scheisenhausen. Ah! Fuck me. It's okay. I'm back. Hello, anyone that's joining the stream, wherever you are. I hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day. Hope your weekend, if you are able to have one, is going swimmingly. Wow, 2. Many more to go. I'm going to try for one opposite, because hopefully it's going to start pulling these into alignment, which would be nice. I think it is. I'm going to need to have a hell of a stretch, but it is taking my mind off my tooth, so I can't complain too much. So this is a re-release of the Tamiya Hornet that I'm building so my son and I can learn to drive radio-controlled cars properly, because both of us are not very good, but we both have cars that we're really attached to. So the plan with this car is to build one that neither of us is attached to, and we can thrash the living bejesus out of it and not worry if we break it. That's the plan. That's why this is being built. It has an upgraded motor, so it's going to have a torque-tuned motor from Tamiya. That doesn't mean an awful lot, but it is a little bit quicker than the silver can that it comes with from standard. It will run on a 2-cell lithium platform. the screws on that side, so that way. And this time I'll try and do opposites to start with. You can pick one that looks like it's 8mm. I will go to 3 hours and then that's it. So the stream will end in approximately 15 minutes. That's it. Because nobody will want to stay on further. Fair enough. My phone's just dinged. Is this a person watching the stream? Could it be a... No, it is not. It is not. Thank goodness, though. That's not that it'd be nice to have lots of people watching, but it's also nice when you realise that people, maybe the people you don't want watching, are watching. But then again, if you did want people watching, why would you stream? All valid points. Nearly there. Nearly. And then I need to start thinking about... I think I've decided on the colour based purely on paints that I have left over from other cars. Scott wants it black, but I have 2 cans of purple, so I'm thinking it's going to be purple because I don't really know when I'll use more purple. Because when I was doing the Escort, I was going to do it purple like I'd seen online, but when I looked at it in different lights, it didn't look close enough to the real colour. So I second guessed it and went a different way. Right, they're done. Oh, now I got this bloody bit to do. Doesn't matter which way around it goes. But the bit with the fat bit poking out. Got it. Can I fight with these tyres? These might be even worse. I don't want to sort of start saying, oh, it's hurting my hands. Kind of is though. Right. Get in there, you knobbly bastard. Does it show like a... Oh, it does. It shows like... Put it in like this. There must be a secret method for this. I'd say it has to go in that way first. Surely you put it in the sort of smooth end first. Surely there's a way that this just happens. Push while pulling the tire as shown. No, it doesn't really seem to be taking. Suppose I could always do the whole warm it up, but yeah. Dear me. I'm going to be tired after this. I'm actually working up a sweat doing this. Who needs back wheels? I think put some casters on it. You sort of... Can you sort of turn it inside out? Not getting anywhere with these. One would think the Tamiya do know how to put the tyre on, so if I sort of pull that out, push that bastard in, I'm going to lose all of those fasteners in a minute. No, don't run away. All I've done is smash that end over. I think I might be beaten here. I think I'm going to need to stop and actually try and look up how to do this. I think I don't want to admit it yet, but I might be getting close because I can't sort of lever this to get the tyre on. So push the tyre, push R3 into the tyre whilst pulling the tyre as shown. So it shows somebody sort of pinching and pulling the tyre back. You fucker. You know, when you... The trouble is I need to change grip, and every time I change grip, the bit that I've been pulling on disappears back inside. No, because all I'm doing is mashing that bit around. I'm trying to stretch the tyres a bit. Not that it makes a bit of difference. No. Okay. I kind of felt like I was getting closer, but I'm just not. Do I start to think about lubricating the rim? Do I like think, okay, maybe if I put a bit of grease on this, that maybe it'll go? The trouble is doing that. Like the hole is just way smaller than the tire, than the wheel. So you kind of have to like almost like turn it inside out to get it in. See what they're showing is holding this like this. Push down, but all I'm doing is folding that back half of the tire in. While I'm doing that, so it's not really getting it in there. No, it's come out. I am beaten. That has honestly done me in tonight. I will have a look at how I can make that fit, but you can see by the amount of work I've done on that, my hands are shaking. I have well and truly been beaten by that. There's just no way that goes together very easily. So, well, no way it goes together very easily for me tonight. So I'm going to go and do a bit more research. There might be another way. See how other people have done it. Maybe it's just, yeah. I don't want to blame the tyres and that. I've never done this before. There is probably a reason why, but there you go. Thanks, everyone. If you joined in for the first time, please consider, I don't know, leaving a comment or something, or, you know, like or something would be nice. Can I click the like? No, I can't click it. All right. I'm going to go and research how that happens, because there's surely got to be a better way. The front tyres, no problem, but the back tyres are just like comically undersized. Oh, hello. I've got a message. Soapy water. There you go. Soapy water. So tomorrow I will try some soapy water on them. Good night all, and have a great weekend. Awkward pause.